The political landscape of the United States has been dramatically reshaped with the return of Donald Trump to the presidency. After a tumultuous period marked by economic uncertainty and social unrest, Trump's victory signals a shift back towards his brand of populist nationalism. His inauguration speech, delivered to a crowd of cheering supporters, outlined a vision for America that prioritizes economic growth, national security, and a return to traditional values. Trump's return has been met with a mix of excitement and apprehension, with supporters eager to see him fulfill his campaign promises, and critics fearing a further erosion of democratic norms. One of Trump's first acts as president was to sign an executive order reversing many of the policies enacted by his predecessor. These included the repeal of environmental regulations, the reinstatement of the travel ban on citizens from several Muslim-majority countries, and the withdrawal from the Paris Climate Agreement. These moves were met with swift condemnation from environmental groups and human rights organizations, who accused Trump of prioritizing his own political agenda over the well-being of the planet and its people. However, Trump's supporters argue that these actions are necessary to restore American sovereignty and economic competitiveness. The return of Trump has also reignited debates about the role of the media in American society. Trump has long been a vocal critic of the press, accusing them of bias and spreading fake news. His administration has taken steps to restrict access to information and to discredit journalists who report critically on his presidency. This has raised concerns about the future of press freedom in the United States and the ability of journalists to hold those in power accountable. The international community has been watching Trump's return to power with a mixture of curiosity and concern. Many world leaders have expressed a willingness to work with the new administration, while also emphasizing the importance of continued cooperation on issues such as climate change, trade, and security. However, some countries have expressed skepticism about Trump's commitment to multilateralism, given his past rhetoric and actions. Trump's relationship with China, the world's second-largest economy, has been particularly fraught. The two countries have been engaged in a trade war for the past several years, with each side imposing tariffs on billions of dollars worth of goods. Trump has accused China of unfair trade practices and intellectual property theft, while China has accused the United States of protectionism. The trade war has had a negative impact on both economies, and it remains to be seen whether Trump's return to power will lead to a resolution or an escalation of the conflict. Trump's return to the White House has deepened the political divisions within the United States. His supporters, many of whom feel that their voices have been ignored by the political establishment, are energized by his populist message and his promises to make America great again. They view his presidency as a victory for the forgotten man and a rejection of the liberal elite. However, Trump's opponents view his presidency as a threat to American democracy and its values. They point to his rhetoric, which they see as divisive and hateful, and his policies, which they believe are harmful to the environment, the economy, and the most vulnerable members of society. They have vowed to resist his agenda through protests, legal challenges, and by mobilizing voters in future elections. The coming years will be a time of great uncertainty and change for the United States. The country faces a number of challenges, including the ongoing COVID-19 pandemic, the climate crisis, and racial injustice. How Trump chooses to address these challenges will have a profound impact on the lives of all Americans. Trump's supporters are hopeful that he will be able to deliver on his promises to restore American greatness. They believe that his business acumen and his willingness to challenge the status quo will lead to economic prosperity and a stronger national defense. However, his critics fear that his presidency will exacerbate the country's divisions and erode its democratic institutions. Only time will tell what the ultimate legacy of Trump's second term will be. And there you have it, folks. As we look ahead, the path is uncertain, but the resilience and spirit of the American people will undoubtedly shape whatever comes next. Thank you for joining us, and stay tuned for more updates.